見えてんだろう。でもそもそもここにこいつで
Excellent connection.
So it's streaming already, but it's live. It doesn't show anything. That's right. So there should be an option inside this software to connect the webcam. So we're all set up, except there's a webcam here. Connect the streaming software to this webcam because it's not on, it's off.
カメラがついてない。
カメラがついてない。カメラどこだっけ？カメラどこだっけ
To Tajikistan.
今送ったんで。
でも
Oh, I guess we can there. Maybe.
Oh really?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you try the original QR code on your phone, please?
でもなんかこっち真っ暗。こっち真っ暗だよ。
Oh, no, it's working.
Yeah, working.
Yeah.
Oh, could you
No, no.
tell Tajika-san fifth floor to stop sending a message? Oh, alright. So now it's ready. Alright. Okay, so Anju, could you come here? And yeah, outside so there's a TV so you can watch. You can see it. So when Anju comes out, you can come in. And it's in there.
キック、音。音。
We just need to check if we can hear
Yeah, yeah.
the sound, right?
Who is connecting?
あ、じゃあ。
Okay, so if you press here, okay, next. なんか進みすぎたらこっちでも上と下だけ。Yeah.
Hello? 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 Okay, good morning everybody and welcome to the 2020-2021 English Speech Contest! Woo!
Okay, we want to say thank you to everyone who showed up today and also the people who are watching at home or downstairs on YouTube live.
Okay, so we'll be hearing from both first and second year students. They've put a lot of work into some excellent presentations and excellent speeches today. We'll be starting with the first year students, and they have prepared a range of topics for their speeches, from guardian angels to car crashes to cicadas. So we're looking forward to that very much.
And on a more serious note, we'll be hearing from our second year students who will be talking to us about Sustainable Development Goals, or as they're better known, SDGs, which is something we all kind of need to take a look at since climate change affects us all.
Okay, so without much further ado, let's get on with the show.
Alright, so for our first speech, we're going to be hearing from our contestant Anju Weda and her story, My Classmates. Please give her a round of applause.
Can I start? Hello everyone. How do you like the English faculty? I was happy in this class. I love the English faculty because this class helps me grow. And my classmates are always lively, so sometimes we make things hard for teachers. But everyone has a sympathetic and kind heart. That's what I love about my classmates. However, when I met everyone, it doesn't work. When I met everyone at first, I was worried about whether I would become friends with my classmates. Honestly, almost all of them looked scary, so I was scared of them. But this scary image has improved gradually because I made an effort to communicate with my classmates. Now I feel very happy and comfortable when I'm talking with them. When my classmates call me Anju, it makes me so happy. This is my favorite moment. Thanks to the English faculty, I realized that I shouldn't judge people by their looks. On top of that, my classmates say that they like me very much. They always say nice things about me, so I'm much more confident now. I'm so glad to have met everyone who made me grow. I want to get to know my classmates more. I want to make some fun memories with them. I want to treat my classmates well in the future as well. Thank you.
Very well done, Anju. Please give her a round of applause. Thank you very, very much. Very good pictures, by the way. I like seeing those. Alright, and for our next contestant, we'll be hearing from Aina Sekine, and her speech is titled, What I Learned from a Trip Abroad. Please welcome Aina Sekine.
Hello everyone. I'd like to talk about my personal story. When I was a first year student in junior high school, I went to New Zealand on an overseas dispatch program. We went to school there and went on a homestay for 5 days, then went sightseeing and stayed at the hotel for 4 days. I had only been studying English for about 3 months at that point, so I went to there without any English communication skill. At first, I was so excited because it was my first trip abroad. But when I reached New Zealand, I was didn't understand English well, so I didn't know what my host family and local student wanted to say. Also, I was so frustrated because I couldn't express what I wanted to say, so I became very homesick. The next day, I was trying to communicate with them using gestures. I played with my host family and we cooked some food and ate together. I gradually opened up to them, so I came to enjoy staying there. Through this experience, I learned that to keep smiling is important to open up to others. Also, it is important to use gestures, even though we can't speak English well. I've used this experience in my study abroad program this year. Thank you for listening.
Very well done. Thank you very much. Thank you. I agree with you. I think gestures are very important to communicate. Okay, now for our next contestant, we're going to hear from Ayumi Ibushi with her speech titled My Mom's Personal Story. Please welcome Ayumi Ibushi.
Hello everyone. Today I would like to talk about my mom's personal story. On her way to it was when my mom, 18 years old, on her way to work, she looked to the side for a moment and crashed into the car in front of her waiting for traffic light. Her car was wrecked in the accident. She was cut 3 cm under her chin and 5 cm under her left knee and have to go to the hospital by ambulance. She got stitches at the hospital, went back home. Soon after that, she went to the hospital every day to sanitize. After the accident, she felt something was strange in her stomach. A CT test found bleeding in her stomach. She was hospitalized. She was supposed to stay in the hospital for a week, but she came out only 2 days because her ex-boyfriend came to the hospital. Watch out for traffic accident when you drive, and watch out for ex-boyfriend too. Thank you for listening.
Very well done. Thank you very much, Ayumi. We all hope your mom is all recovered by now. Thank you. Okay, and for our next contestant, we're going to be hearing from Chiharu Kato, and her speech is titled Studying Abroad with COVID. Please give her a round of applause, Chiharu Kato.
Hello everyone, I'm Chiharu. I'd like to talk about what I found in coronavirus crisis and enthusiasm for studying abroad. I'd like to start off with a question. Do you remember last spring? Yes? We are under the state of emergency, so not much happened, but I remember that there are many ideas of things to do on SNS. Almost all of these were those of young people. For example, making sweets, arranging a room, and so on. So I felt that all young people tend to have a creative mind and they have the ability to find fun. Coronavirus is still going around all over the world. Meanwhile, we are going to study abroad. I know there is a chance that I will take class online. I mightn't be able to go to around place, but it's okay because we have a creative mind and the ability to find fun. So I want to find my own fun way to study and enjoy life under any situation. Finally, I want to introduce my favorite poem. That is this: bloom where you are planted. Rather than give up, make the best of your life and bloom like a flower. So we have so many chances to keep developing and we have the energy to get it. Let's do our best. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Shiharu. Very deep reflection on the current situation. Very good. And for our next contestant, we'll be hearing from Daichi Osoko, all the way from Okinawa, with his own speech called My High School Story. Please give it up for Daichi Osoko.
In the summer of my second year of high school, I belonged to the handball club and served as captain. At that time, the advisor didn't teach me how to practice at all. At all. Didn't teach me how to practice. Yes.
Skip to the ending. You remember something? Next part.
Probably.
Next part.
Probably. Because
Becky, do you remember the last part? You remember the last sentence? The ending? Okay, that's good. No problem. It's okay. Okay, let's give it up for Daichi. All right. All right, and I know this might be sudden, but we're going to hear from Kurumi Ito and her story title, I Can't Stand Cicadas. Please give it up for Kurumi Ito.
Good morning, everyone. I know this is sudden, but I really don't like cicadas. When my sister and I were in the living room, I found a big cicada on the window screen, and I noticed the window screen was open a little. I quickly told my sister to close the window, but she just had a blank face. Then the cicada came into our home. My sister was nearer to the window than me, but the cicada chased me. So I ran out toward my room and I closed the door. But the door had a little gap. I thought, oh my god, and I grabbed that was near the door and used it to try filling the gap. But at the same time, the cicada came into my room and touched my hand. I immediately captured it. Then there was a rattling noise. and it dead. I was terrified, so I ran out from my room. Then I woke up. It was a dream. I was curious, so I researched the dream's meaning. If you see a cicada in a dream, it means that you are going to get into trouble. So, if anyone sees a cicada in their dream, be careful not to get into trouble. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Kurumi. I think we can all agree with her. Nobody likes cicadas. Very good, well done. And for our next contestant, we'll be hearing from Haruhito Oishi with his own personal story about health, titled My Health Problem Story. Please give it up for Haruhito Oishi.
I'd like to talk about my personal story. On July 4th of last year, I had a high fever and diarrhea. I got a diarrhea. I got a fever over 38 degrees. I was surprised because I rarely catch a cold. I thought that I had corona at that time. But I had enteritis. I drank a lot of Pocari Sweat. I couldn't eat almost anything, so I ate porridge. It took 3 days to heal. I learned at that time that it was important to be careful about my health, and I decided to eat something that is kind to stomach from now on. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Haruhito. Are you all well now? Yeah?
Good.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. And for our next contestant, we'll be hearing from Hanami Masuko with her speech titled Memory of the Marching Band. Please give it up for Hanami Masuko.
Hello everyone, my name is Hanami. I belonged to the Brass Band Club for 9 years. There is something that I especially remember. Today, I'd like to talk about my second year of high school. Do you know the marching band? In the marching band, we walk while playing a musical instrument to compete for points. When I was 17 years old, I tried marching for the first time. Until then, I had always wanted to play in a marching band, but I actually tried it. I hated it because the instrument is so heavy and I felt tired. I practiced 7 hours a day during summer vacation, so I sometimes felt bad. However, there were also good things. Getting endurance and my posture improved. Best of all, I could have precious experience. I think it's difficult to play in a marching band becoming an adult because of having no energy and time. I could meet many people through the marching competition and I could get along well with my teammates. This experience gave me confidence and patience. If I have a chance, I want to try marching again. Thank you.
Very well done. Do you still play your instrument? No. Okay. Thank you very much, Hanami. And for our next contestant, we have a very special guest. We have the prince from Cinderella himself, Daiki Sato, with his speech title, My Realization in 2020 and 2021. Please give it up for Daiki Sato.
Good morning, everyone. How are you, guys? Tom?
I'm great, thank you.
Great. Paul?
Good.
Good. Tashikao, Miss Tashikao. Good. Okay. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity today. So thank you. Today, I'd like to talk about my realization in 2020 to 2021. Rather a good year. At the beginning, how was last year? Elliot?
Not the best.
Not the best. Yeah, me too. So last year, a lot of things we could do were limited, and also this created a lot of suffering for us. Also, I experienced many things which I didn't like. But I experienced one good thing. That is the importance, that is an encounter with my close friends and someone I care a lot about. The reason why I decided to talk about this is that they helped me and made me feel happy. In fact, I was emotionally unstable last year. My family and I were very frustrated because a lot of things were limited by this epidemic. And for example, sometimes I was scolded by my parents unreasonably. So like this, I'm furious! Yeah, like this. So I was feeling stressed and disappointed many times. But I got over these incidents because my close friends and my partner helped me a lot. They listened to my feelings and made me laugh and feel very happy. Especially my partner, who is always cared about me. Finally, I'll tell you what I realized from them. That is, the importance of the people who support me. I couldn't live fulfillingly without them. So, I want to thank them again. Thank you. And so, I know there is one important person inside you, at least. For example, wives, fiance, boyfriend, best friend, something like that. So, don't forget about that. This is all for my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Taiki. Do you think this year will be better?
Yeah, better.
Let's hope so.
Yeah,
Very good, very good. Well done. And for our next contestant, we will hear from none other than Anju's sister, Nanami Ueda, with her speech title, What You Can Learn from Staying at Home. Please give her a warm welcome.
Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about what I learned from staying at home. We had to stay at home last spring. How was your stay at home experience? Did you enjoy it? Were you bored or was it stressful? I didn't like it at first because I couldn't go to school. Actually, I couldn't even enroll in my school. I couldn't meet my friends. I wasn't able to go to my part-time job. Basically, I couldn't do anything outside. However, I discovered that I can do anything at home. This may be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I had a lot of free time. So I decided to make this period a meaningful time and not waste it. First of all, I realized again, health is the most important. And then I could do many things. I could work on improving myself, start playing the guitar, watch online live, and so on. I had a great time. I want to tell you, we need to focus on right now. The coronavirus situation is difficult, but everything in our life is meaningful. Let's have fun and think positively in each moment. Thank you for listening.
Done. Please give it a round of applause. And now we will take a 10-minute break. That's 10 minutes, so please join us again in 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
She was a mother at home. All the girls around her say she's got it coming, but she gets it while she can. Get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back to where. You're always waiting for you. Wearing a high heel shoe and a low neck screw. Can I help, Loretta? Get back, get back the way it was. Standing in the dark at the house, trying to get to Holland to plan. The man in the Mac said, you gotta go back. You know they didn't even give us a chance. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. Waiting to go in. They're gonna crucify me. Imagine painted to Paris. Honeymoon now by the sea. In a brown car, say you can make it okay. You can get married in Gibraltar, Spain. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. Waiting to go in. They're gonna crucify me. Drove from Paris to the Amsterdam Hilton. Talking in our bed for a week. The news people said, say what you're doing in bed. I said, we're only trying to get us some peace. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. Waiting to go in. They're gonna crucify me. Saving up your money for a rainy day. Giving all your clothes a chatter. Last night the wife said, oh boy, when you're dead, you don't take nothing with you but your soul. Made a last trip to Vienna, eating chocolate cake in a bag. Newspaper said, she's gone to his head. They look just like two gurus in black. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. Waiting to go in. They're gonna crucify me. Found the airplane back to London. 58 on fire and sack. The men from the press say, we wish you success. It's good to have the both of you back. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. Waiting to go in. They're gonna crucify me. like no other. Something in the way she moves me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe her now. Somewhere in her smile, she knows that I don't need no love.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to the 2020-2021 English Speech Contest. Now, unfortunately, today we couldn't hear from Ryo Miura, but instead we're going to hear from Natsuki Shiba with her speech titled Careful Communication. Please give it up for Natsuki.
Hello everyone. Today, I'd like to talk about my personal story. When I was a high school student, I had a part-time job. It has been 2.5 years since the store opened. After a few months, I started serve customers. In the beginning, I wasn't used to do it, so I just followed my coworkers. But as I gained experience, I got used to my job and started to even teach others. After a year, I sometimes made my suggestions to my superiors. After a year, I sometimes made my suggestions to my superiors. Until then, I wasn't very good at expressing my opinions, but since I started working part-time, I will share my thoughts little by little. What I learned is to tell people what I'm thinking immediately. If I don't say something right away, it will be difficult later. So, I will continue to be careful with communication from now on. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Natsuki. I think that's a very good learning experience. Great. Okay, everybody, and for the next contestant, we'll be hearing from Yu Yagishita with her speech titled My Personal Story. Please give it up for Yu.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Today, I'd like to talk about my special story. It's fun for me to teach you something from this story. When I was 30-year student in high school, I decided to dance at the school festival with my 9 friends. Okay, thank you. But I had the problem. It was that only 3 people had, 3 people had experienced it before. That's why I was really worried about the event. At first, some friends said, I can't ever dance, but I never gave up teaching them. Afterward, they were able to dance, and I think they were having fun dancing. Look at them. Sorry. Later, they told me after the event, it was great to learn to dance from me, and that by taking this opportunity, they were going to join the dance circle in university. Those words made me happy because I could feel that
that is good for them and that is please them. From this experience, I really understand the fun of teaching. And you never give up. If you don't give up, a wonderful future will come to you. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, you. Very interesting dance. Do you think you could teach the English faculty how to dance in the future?
No.
Okay, well, so much for that. Very good, you. Now, for our next contestant, we'll be hearing from Reina Kobayashi and her speech title, What I Felt Away from My Hometown. Please give it up for Reina.
Hello everyone, this is Listen Singh. I'm from Nagano Prefecture. Hello everyone, this is Listen Singh. I'm from Nagano Prefecture. This picture is my hometown. This place is very nice place, right? So my school is in Tokyo, so I live alone in Tokyo now. Have you ever lived alone? I was looking forward to living alone at first because I can do what I like. But when I started living alone, I realized that the presence of friends and family. I realized that close friends and family. I realized that close my friends and family had helped me a lot. Since I come to Tokyo, I have more phone calls with my old friends, and when I have trouble living alone, I was I got a lot of help me from my parents. I think having lived in my hometown, I learned more about the importance of it. I think there are most important people around you right now, but when you are alone, you learn more about the importance of it. These people are irreplaceable to you. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Reina. I agree, Nagano is a beautiful place. Thank you very much. Okay, and for our next contestant, all the way from Gunma, we're going to hear from Rui Akutsu with her speech title, My Guardian Angel.
Hi everyone, I'm Rui. So today I'd like talking about my strange story. When I was second year of high school student, I was on my way home from part-time job by bicycle. It's about 10:30 p.m. I was riding a bicycle while using my phone. It, when I turned the corner, the woman jumped out in front of me. I was very surprised, and the woman had no lower body. I got scared and went home immediately. I told parents about it. I couldn't stop crying for about 2 hours. I calmly thought about it. The woman had actually helped me before I fell into the water. Gunma has many waterways next to the road. It's sometimes quite dangerous. Another day, the woman came out again when I almost hit a wall. She seemed angry. I realized she was my guardian angel and She was always protecting me. From this experience, I wanted to move careful. I'm often told by my friends that I get distracted easily. I started becoming more careful. The woman hasn't appeared in front of me. Take a look around you now. You might find the guardian angel looking out for you. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, great. It's cookie book. Very well done. Thank you very much. Okay, now I'm very happy and proud to announce for the second time we will be hearing from none other than Daichi Osko. So please give him a very round of applause. Daichi.
'In the summer of my second year of high school, I belong to the handball club. Served as captain. At that time, the advisor didn't teach me how to practice at all, so I realized I hadn't practiced the basic, only the offense technique. Probably because I was practicing like this. I lost in the first round in each tournament, so I decided to practice properly by myself. Every day, I thought about the practice menu and went from basic practice to thought practice and covered all areas of the game. Finally, we became the best 8 in the prefecture at our tournament. From this point on, if something was wrong, I thought it would be better to talk about it directly with advisor or other to clear the situation from the beginning. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Daichi. Thank you very much. Very well done. Up next, we will be hearing from a man as tall as a basketball player. His name is Sota Shimura, and his speech is titled The Road to Victory. Please give it up for Sota.
Hello, I'm Sota. I'd like to tell you about my personal story. When I was junior high school student, I learned about mental control from the coach of the soccer team. He told me 4 important rules about life. Firstly, do the obvious things. For example, don't be late. Secondly, don't make negative comments. Because when we speak negativity, it has a bad effect on ourselves. Third, get organized and do the cleaning. Organizing can help clean out our minds. Finally, don't hold a grudge. These are things that soccer player Hasbe also does. He says that doing these habits can bring victory. Actually, he wrote a book. It's called Kokoro Tsutomeri. This book is maybe a hint for your life. I'd definitely like to continue these habits in the future. And maybe you'd like to try some of them too. Thank you.
Very well done, Sota. I think we can all learn something from that. Thank you. Okay, and up next we'll be hearing from Mayu Suzuki, with her speech titled, My Life in High School. Please give it up for Mayu.
Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about my life in high school. I went to an agriculture high school where I learned about animal husbandry. My major was dairy husbandry. When I was in third grade, I was taking care of cows with first grade students. At that time, a student was attacked by a cow. The cow was 500 kilograms. I went to save her. Luckily, we didn't get injured. If we have an injury, break a bone, at its worst, it may be life-threatening. So after that, my teacher told us, you should look around well. I felt I should teach first grade students how to protect themselves. For example, shoot themselves with cleaning tools, go up over the fence, and run away. Then I thought it's important to reflect on the things I failed at so I can do better next time. Also, I learned it's important to protect myself and the animals. Then I became more careful. I love animals even after this experience. So it's good to overcome challenges and be aware of possible dangers. Thank you for listening.
Very well done. Give it up for Mayu. I like your pictures of animals. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay, and up next we'll be hearing from Yuika Watanabe with her speech title, My Unforgettable Memories. Give it up for Yuika.
Hello everyone, I'm Yuika. I will talk about my personal story. I was in the track and field club for 3 years when I was in junior high school. There was no particular reason, and I had many friends, so I went along with them. The practice was harder than I expected, and I couldn't get good results at tournaments. All of my friends got good results, but I couldn't. Even though I practiced hard, I couldn't keep up with my friends, and I wanted to quit many times. There was a time when everything went wrong. But it was my parents who supported me at that time. Thanks to my parents and friends, I am able to continue my club activities until the end. The third year of junior high school was the strongest memory for me. The club activities that I entered somehow are now treasured memory of a lifetime. I cherish the people who were involved and the experiences I had. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Yuika. Great. Thank you. Right, so we have come to our last speech for the day, and this speech will be given by Hagumi Furuta, and her speech is titled, The Magic of Thoughtfulness. So please give it up for Hagumi.
Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about my personal story. And at first, I'd like to start with a question. Are there things that never work out as you expected, like with work, family, friends, and so on? I've been working at my place for 3 years as opening staff, but some new staff were added. Then I couldn't get along with one person because she was self-centered. And also she is 12 years older than me, so I couldn't talk with her well. However, one day, I asked her a favor. After that, I haven't felt stressed by her. Why do you think I asked her a favor? because I read this book. This book applies to various situations, so I am sometimes helped by the book. In that case, I was thinking about the person at work and it fit my situations. So soon after that, I tried to change how to get along with her. So if you have things never work out as you expect, I recommend reading this book. I learned how to get along with the people from this book, and also you will feel so much better. I always feel like a good person after I read it, so I really want you to read this book. Then you'll get along with the better people around you. Thank you for listening.
Very well done, Hasini. Very nice pictures there. Thank you. So, that concludes our first year students' speeches for today. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Please join us to watch our second year students talk about sustainable development goals. Thank you very much.
long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. It always leads me here. Lead me to your door. The wild and windy night that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, and many times I've cried. Many ways you'll never know, of many ways I've tried. I still lead me back to the long winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your door.
I know there's a little crack on the corner, right?
But still let me back to the long winding road. You left me standing here
Again, I'd just like to say well done to the first year students for some excellent speeches. And next we will be moving on to the second year students. These speeches will be done in groups and therefore a little bit longer than the first year students. As mentioned before, the second year students will be giving their speeches on the Sustainable Development Goals, otherwise known as the SDGs, so a slightly more serious topic. We're going to start off actually with group 2, which is Kurumi, Nana, and Enna. Would you like to come to the stage, girls? Girls, you ready? Well, we're having a mask issue here. Nana and Kurumi, do you want to come up? Let's do a little test. We can maybe just test it. Press down. Okay, all right. And go up, up, up. Would you like to go back? Okay, okay. Okay, girls, let's take our positions. Okay, take it away.
Hello, today we will talk about climate action. Climate change is an issue that should be tackled across national borders. If we don't act now, it may be too late to save our planet. Global warming has had various effects on our lives. For example, the increase in large-scale forest fires and rising temperature. The global average ground temperature is rising. Did you feel very hot this summer? In Japan, the number of extremely hot days have increased, and the number of deaths due to heat stroke have increased. When the average temperature of the Earth rises, the sea level rises. This is due to the melting of sea ice. In Japan, the sandy beaches are expected to be lost due to rising sea levels. When I was a child, I went to South Kujukuri Beach in Chiba Prefecture. In 2015, the sandy beach almost disappeared. In other areas, the number of sandy beaches have decreased by about 90 meters in about 50 years. These are very serious and real problems.
Next, I talk about cause of global warming. The biggest cause of global warming is the emission of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide due to our human activities. Among them, carbon dioxide, which accounts for about 76% of total greenhouse gases emission, is said to have the oldest impact on global warming. Today, the number of carbon dioxide emissions have increased by about 60% compared to 1990. I have a question for you. When we were a child, which one did you use more in the summer? An air conditioner or a fan? I use a fan more often, but now the use of air conditioner have increased in the last few years. Also, in the last few years, I often see the news that the maximum temperature has risen every summer. These things are not thought to be very serious,
but they are all at least affected by global warming. So we need to know them.
To solve the problem of climate change, there are three countermeasures. We must reduce greenhouse gases that cause temperature to rise. Companies that use large amount of carbon energy are the main cause. Carbon pricing is an important process as a measure for those companies. This is a government policy that allows us to control greenhouse gas emissions. The second measure is to curb mass consumption. There are three main kinds of energy: oil, electricity, and gas. If we use less and spend less time consuming, we can reduce the amount of carbon dioxide that is emitted into the atmosphere and thereby limit the effects of global warming. Finally, it's not only companies but also us who emit a lot of greenhouse gases. Protecting forests is important to reduce energy consumption. By protecting forests, the effects of greenhouse gases and rising temperatures can be mitigated. In conclusion, we should protect nature and animals and think more deeply about protecting environment.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you, Kurumi, Nana, and Enna. Some very important issues, global issues there. So thank you very much. Okay. All right. So next up is Natsumi and Yuan. Would you like to come to the stage, girls? Okay, when you're ready, good luck.
Our oceans are in trouble. It might seem that our ocean can last forever, but in reality, they face numerous problems, from oil spills to coral bleaching. We don't have time now to talk about all the problems facing the oceans, so today we'd like to talk about just two: overfishing and plastic. So now let's get down to the main part. It's likely that you think fish dishes are indispensable for our lives. Sadly, there's a surprising theory which is from the American scientific journal Science, and it said all edible fish will disappear from the ocean by 2048. For instance, one of the most popular fish in the world, tuna, is also in danger of extinction. Currently, about 80% of the bluefin tuna caught in the world are consumed in Japan. And it is said that due to the rapid decrease in the world in population of bluefin tuna is caused by fishing with huge catches and excessive intake of young tuna. The main causes of overfishing are due to the rapid increase in the world population and health-minded people who prefer seafood to meat. As everyone knows, fisheries are one of the most important industries in Japan. Nevertheless, the amount of fish is decreasing, so more and more fishermen are forced to quit their jobs. In other words, if we keep consuming tuna at this rate, we might not be able to eat tuna at all in the future. To make sure that doesn't happen, we should do something that we can all do. One of the easiest ways we can help is just reduce our consumption of one tuna. By reducing it, we can we can reduce the possibility of tuna extinction. The same is true for other fishes' extinction. It's not a difficult thing, so we should start now to protect the ocean. Next, I'm going to talk about the marine plastic waste problems and what we can do about it. The problem is a lot of sea creatures are badly damaged or killed by the plastic garbage that we manufacture every single day. A large number of marine animals accidentally eat plastic that floats in the sea because the plastic looks like bait for them. There are two reasons for that. The first is its appearance. For example, sea turtles, which like to eat jellyfish, accidentally eat plastic because the plastic is similar to jellyfish. The second is the smell of plastic. According to National Geographic articles, sometimes plastic waste smells like bait. That's why a lot of marine animals eat it and are harmed by it. There are a lot of solutions that we can do for this, but the easiest thing is to simply stop using plastic stuff. Why don't we try to stop buying plastic bottle or a lunchbox at the store? In addition, nowadays shops are charging for shopping bags. Let's take this opportunity to bring our own water bottles and eco bag, and let's try making our own lunch. If we can do it every day, at least that one step closer to reducing plastic in our oceans. If you're still buying plastic bags when you go to a supermarket or a convenience store, that's so outdated. We should take this action and protect the ocean and lives of those creatures that depend on it. At first glance, it looks like a very difficult problem to solve by ourselves, but there's something that we can do even if it's a little thing, such as consuming less fish and plastics.
So, what we'd like to say, just try to know what's going on in our oceans and think about what we can do for our ocean's future.
Thanks for listening.
Well, let's give it up for everyone. That was excellent work. Well done. All right. Yes, the ocean is one of our essential life sources, and I totally agree about the plastic problem too. I've got my eco bag. I hope you do too. Okay, so next we're moving on to Riko and Yuka. Girls, would you like to come to the stage?
Everyone, we are going to talk about life on land. Humans have destroyed life, destroying forests, and causing animals to become the endangered animals so far. We really need to change some problems for our planet and our lives.
Did you know that around 80% of world forests have been destroyed or damaged beyond repair? What happens when forests are lost? Deterioration of water quality, global warming, and loss of habitat and biodiversity. The decreased carbon dioxide of function of forests can lead to the loss of animals and plants. What are the causes of deforestation? Forests are used for timber, clear for farming or construction of buildings and industry. In recent years, large-scale wildfires have occurred all over the world, and many forests have been lost. Why should we care? Because mankind also relies on a healthy ecosystem. What are the solutions? Planting trees, protecting forests from wildfires, and using alternative materials. Have you ever heard of stone paper? Stone paper is made from limestone. There are a lot of limestone on the earth, and it is strong and resistant to water. It's not easy to make, but it can be a great alternative to paper made from wood. Protecting forests is our best chance to conserve wildlife, global warming, and provide a balanced environment for future generations.
Do you know how much biology there is on the Earth? 7.5 million, a billion? The answer is 30 million species. Unfortunately, we have big problem that is bees. Honeybees perform about 80% of all pollinations worldwide. A single bee colony pollinates 300 million flowers each day. Grains are pollinated by wings. The fruits, nuts, and vegetables are pollinated by bees. 70 out of 70 out of the top 100 human food crops are pollinated by bees. By 2018, 40% of bees had died or disappeared in the United States. They have disappeared on average about 38% of each year since 2010. What are killing bees? According to scientists, um, they they are dying from a variety of factors. The two most prominent cases are pesticides and habitat loss. As Yuka said, humans have been destroying the environment which the animals live in. If all bees disappeared from the earth, nuts, fruits, and vegetables would be very expensive. Cows and cows, sheep eat crops which are pollinated by bees. If there are no bees in the future, daily products will be really expensive. I asked several American friends the question that are if there are no bees in the United States in the future, what would you do and how would you live? What do American people have to do to protect bees? They think without bees life would be really hard and sad. They also think they would need to find a different way of pollinated plants and try to find products that are made in other countries. For the second question, they think people in America need to make sure that everyone knows why bees are so important. They also think the best way to protect bees in the United States is that beekeepers remove and dehouse their hives in our houses.
What we are trying to say is we must think globally so that people all over the world do not lose forests and destroy the environment.
Bees affect our health. We should appreciate the jobs bees do our benefit. Bees should not be seen as nuisance. We don't have to kill them if bees even if bees build a nest around our houses. If you look if we look at bees in a different light, perhaps we can restore both their population and the future of human food security. Thank you for listening.
Okay, let's give a round of applause to you, Nico. Thank you very much, girls. Yes, I definitely would like a stone business card. Yes. Okay, so next on the stage is Erika, Nagisa, and Hibiki. Would you like to come to the stage, girls? Okay, well done. Egos, when you're ready.
We will talk about genders and drug companies and justice for children. When I went to Seattle, so I think there many people open the mind of genders. So I interested in Japan's genders. So first, I will talk about genders. This is gender gap index one. Japan was now Japan is 121, but 2019 Japan was 114, so 2020 is ranked down. So I would like to introduce some companies that have developed gender society policies in Japan. The main company is such as Mitsubishi, JT, Shiseido, and JAL. I researched many companies uncover gender opportunities. But for example, JT company holds job seminar for LGBT students, and this company making effort to use the company system for common law knowledge. So, and I went to shopping. I visited Dior. So the two men working for Dior. So I think they seem like generous. Also, Dior is LGBT friendly. Next,
Yeah, I will talk about drug companies. Drug company is a Japanese umbrella term. It is a new social problem of systematic use of young people by drug companies. Many people who join drug companies suffer from power harassment due to intense selection and long working hours without overtime pay, and are forced into depression and turnover. When I saw the news that women committed suicide because of long working hours, before I saw the company had a bad face that they didn't show to the public. We may also work for a drug company in the future. So what should we do if that happens? Is it possible to eliminate drug companies? I think that a way to get rid of drug companies is to create a system that captures opinions of employees. The company called drug companies tend to have no or non-functional systems to capture the consent and opinions of their employees. Also, there is a project to create a society in which young people are not exhausted by drug companies. By supporting the project, we will be able to eliminate drug companies from Japanese society and live in peace. Next, Hibiki.
The last part, I'm going to talk about justice for children. Do you know that many children are at risk of life and health in conflict areas around the world? So one day, I went shopping around Tokyo, and on my way home school, UNICEF people were calling for donations. Got me interested in the problem. It is estimated that there are about 535 million children living in areas affected by conflict and disasters. This is a very large percentage of about 1 in 4 children living in the areas. The many helpless children are suffering from conflicts and disasters.
children's future are being deprived. Even if they manage to live without losing their lives, there are still things that children are being deprived. One is education. Approximately 264 million children are worldwide out of school because they by losing labor. They are deprived of a bright future by losing labor opportunities because they cannot write or like they cannot read or write. Also they cannot they are forced into child marriage. Another big problem is abuse, exploitation, and against children, abuse against children. Children who are helpless and have no choice, have very limited choices to live, to survive. They may have to belong an armed group to protect themselves, or they may have to sell themselves on income.
What we can do for this problem, there are many support activities in Japan. So it is good to participate in those activities, and even if you do not participate the activities, you can donate to help solve the problem, and we can also be actively involved in politics. It may be good to deepen your understanding of the problem yourself and spread the problem by sharing the information on social media and the people around you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Bill. Some good issues for society there. Thank you very much. Okay, our final group for today is Hitomi, Bueno, and Shuri. Girls, would you like to come to the stage? All right, when you're ready, girls.
I'd like to say thank you to all healthcare workers who are helping us, helping this world in this very moment. Because our topics, sanitation, clean water, and well-worked toilets are not too much to say the most essential things to deal with COVID-19. And if all of them are provided to everyone equally, we could finally hammer the final nail in the coffin of this pandemic. But today, we must be aware of an acceptable reality. Because whoever you are, wherever you are, sanitation is your human right. Yet in fact, more than half of the world's population is being left behind. Let me give you an idea of how crazy the current problem is. Imagine a train packed with 100 passengers crashed every hour and everyone died. This is how many people lose their lives linked to poor sanitation and poor hygiene in sub-Saharan Africa. Although soap is said to be the most powerful way to prevent getting some diseases, including COVID-19 of course, why aren't people washing their hands with soap? In Ethiopia, where soap is said to be the least prevalent, it is available in 50% of households. So, can you guess why is it? It's because soap is considered to be a luxury item in poor countries, and parents sometimes hide it from their children to prevent them from wasting it. They need just one single soap bar to stay alive with their family. Therefore, our ongoing mission, written in SDGs number 6, exists to back up those families. Let's help people who live in developing countries reach their next birthday. However, soap cannot solve the issue at hand by itself. Then, we need to partner with clean water to definitively make change. Now, let me ask you one simple question, so please think about the answer in your mind.
If you are stranded on the island, what would be the most important thing to do to ensure your survival? Shelter, friendship, or money? These are all wrong. Up to 60% of humanity's body is made of water. Therefore, the answer is water. Some of the health benefits of water include flushing out waste, regulating body temperature, and helping the muscle function. However, if the water is polluted, it is not beneficial in any way. Now, I have a question. Can you drink this water? If you can't, why not? According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 people globally do not have access to safe drinking water, including the 144 million who drink untreated water directly from ponds and rivers. This means that more people than Japan's total population are drinking polluted surface water in the world. Polluted water can cause transmission of diseases such as cholera, dysentery, and pneumonia. As a result, unsafe water kills more people than disasters and conflict. Did you know this fact? Look at her eyes. This is Nancy, 5 years old. She has no choice but to drink water that killed her little sister. What do you feel when you look into her eyes? As a matter of fact, 361,000 children under the age of 5 die from diarrhea each year. To rescue them, WHO and UN have set following goals. By 2030, we want to achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all. And you? What to do for social vulnerable people? A toilet is as important as clean water in our lives, although it has not received as much attention.
Why toilets? Are you serious? Your toilet is more important than you think, and everyone has the right to use a dignified, private toilet where waste is treated in a clean way. However, 2 billion of the world's population living in environments where adequate toilets are not available. Sub-Saharan Africa is one of the top 10 countries with no access to toilets, as well as East Africa. Also in India, many people cannot use toilets, and if they line up to use one, it would be queue of 4 laps around the earth. Furthermore, what can be said in there is that women and girls cannot go to the toilet in a safe place. There are problems such as bad sanitation, harassment, and violence. Can you imagine how difficult it is to use the toilet? In conclusion, we have to think about what we can do about 3 issues. For example, remembering the proper treatment after cooking with oil, wiping the remaining oil with paper or something, and then washing will save not only water, but also detergent. Also, it is important to use properly large and small buttons when flushing the toilet. In addition, it's possible to save lives by donating even a little to international organizations and NGOs. We don't think these things are just a problem in a country where it is happening. Finally, we have to unite and cooperate with all nations to resolve problems. Thank you for listening.
Also, well done, girls. Very powerful speech with some eye-opening facts and figures. Thank you very much. Okay, so those are all the speeches for first and second years. So let's give a round of applause to both of those groups. Okay, we're going to take a bit of a longer break now, just to get all the votes in from all the students, and we'll count those, and we'll move on to the award ceremony after the break. Thank you very much.
been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I work all day to get your money to buy a thing, and it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So why on earth should I moan? 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. So why on earth should I moan? 'Cause when I get you alone, you know I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. You know I feel alright. You know I feel alright. Baby's good to me, you know she's happy as can be, you know she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. Baby says she's mine, you know she tells me all the time, you know she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling all the world that her baby finds me, you know. He buys a diamond ring, you know she said so. She's in love with me and I feel fine.
Oh, okay. You see the best.
I was just checking the graph. See that?
Yeah. I think some of them are very simple. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Baby says she's mine, you know she tells me all the time, you know she said so. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I'm so glad that she's my little girl. She's so glad she's telling
Stand around and wait for these 35 minutes.
This is Hannah. My boy. See you.
Howdy. Howdy. Maybe I'll ask you guys. I'll say, drum roll.
I know this is other. 보여줘ください. This is picture.
No. Hello? Okay, welcome back everybody. So, we're going to move on to the award ceremony. But before that, Paul, our main judge for today, and the class in which all the students practice their speeches, yes, Paul would like to say a few words.
So, okay. So first of all, I want to say congratulations to everyone for actually doing your speech. You did it. Okay, I just want to say great job. Even if your speech was not perfect, that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, and even if you feel like I could have done better, don't worry about it. You did it. You owned this stage for a little while. This is your stage, and we were listening to you. Everyone was watching you and listening to your ideas. So one of the things about speeches and presentations is really difficult to do it, even in your native language. But you were doing it in your second language. So I really respect you for that. Yeah, I don't want to give a speech in Japanese. Yeah, it's really nervous. Right? But you guys did it. It was really good. Also, remember the speech is, today we had like a formal speech contest, but the speech or the presentation happens all the time. We're always speaking in front of other people, at work, with your friends, with your family. You're always speaking and you're always presenting yourself. So what is that? Is basically your idea, expressing your idea to other people and connecting with the audience. So yeah, this isn't your last speech. You'll be doing it all the time. You'll be doing it in class in Seattle. You'll be doing it in your life. So thank you very much, especially, first of all, to the first year students. You guys shared your personal stories, so I thought that was really wonderful to hear from your heart, some stories. And the second year students, you had a more difficult or challenging job because your topic was quite complex or difficult, but you did it. And you got some great ideas for all of us. So what else? Is there anything else to say? Oh yeah, it's not only what you say, but how you say it. So don't forget that. It's not just your idea or your content, but how you say it, your voice tone, your expression, your emotion. And don't forget, it's basically expressing your idea and expressing yourself. So once again, I really, really was impressed with all of your speeches today, and I want to say thank you and congratulations. Good job. And could we give a round of applause to Paul as well for being a great judge and those kind words. So let's give a round of applause to Paul. Okay, so let's get on with the award ceremony. We'll begin with the first year students going from third, second, first, okay? So, in third place, let's do a drum roll. Third place is Andrew. Andrew, would you like to come up to the stage? Anju, for third place, here is your certificate. Well done. Well done, Anju. Good job, Anju. Okay, moving on. In second place is Kagumi. Kagumi, for second place, here is your certificate. Well done. Good job. Well done, Kagumi. Okay. In first place is, drumroll, Daiki. Very good. Daiki, you really impressed me with the improvement with your voice tone, and you got the first place in the contest. Well done. Thank you. Good job. And fantastic speeches, the whole of first year. So let's give a final round of applause to the first year. Okay, now moving on to the second years. For the second years, we don't have third, second, and first place. We'll just be giving an award to the top group. Okay, and that group is, drumroll, Natsumi and Yuan. Well done, guys. Please come to the stage. Congratulations for the top prize. And you won. Well done. Congratulations.
Congratulations, girls. Well done. And yes, another round of applause to all the second year students for their hard work with a very difficult topic. So well done, second years. Okay, thank you very much, guys. That's the end of the English speech contest. So everybody, such a good job. So one final round of applause to everybody involved today. Thank you so much. Okay, and thank you everybody at home for watching. Okay, we'll before we finish, maybe we could take some pictures if anybody would like to. So, maybe we can come to the front and take some pictures.
Everybody come up to the stage, please. First year.
Oh, wow.
Cinderella.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, everybody, let's get in. Maybe some more people down here. Okay, so.
If I say 1, 2, 3, it's gonna be moving. So, anybody.
Okay, everyone. Let's say.
Calm down.
大丈夫だよ。
3, 2, 1.
やばい、絶対顔おかしいよ。顔おかしい。Say 1, 2, 3 or cheese.
1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
Everybody can see our smiles anyway, right?
せーの。3, 2, 1, cheese. すごい撮るじゃん。Okay. Why don't you take a picture first grade and second grade?
Yeah.
Separately.
But should we do the winners too? Winners, yeah, absolutely.
Or you better to turn all of the lights. Oh.
Turn on. Is it not playing? Yeah. Turn on light.
あ、こっちか。絶対撮ってもらえるよ、これ。
やばいね。
めちゃめちゃ撮ってる。
Okay, one more picture.
はい、またせーの。3, 2, 1, cheese.
Good job, everybody.
One more thing.
Yeah, so the winner is like Daiki.
Oh, you want to do another one?
Another one? Just one case.
With the professional camera.
The potion.
1, 2, 3. Okay. So,
Thank you, everybody.
how to just spray?
Right, please stay here. Okay.
Hey guys, winner, chicken dinner, okay? Winner, chicken dinner. The winner, chicken dinner. Come and hold sandwich.
Yeah, right. Maybe we can, yeah. Sandwich. Right. Yeah, 3 minutes. Right. And maybe yeah, then right, take me. Right.
Yeah, lovely.
Whoa. Close, close.
This way. Yes, yes.
Move to your center.
Thank you, center, right? Right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next.
Right. Right, so maybe Andy first. Right. So, give me a big weight. Get out of here.
On the shoulder there.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. そんなかっこいい。One more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Right, so next, good job, Anju. Nagumi. Very nice.
Thank you. One, two, three. And 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Right. Heavier. Much heavier. Yeah. Maybe a photobomb just for Daiki.
Yeah.
Okay. Photobomb.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Right. Everybody, alright, so maybe now second year? Second year. Yeah, all students, all second year students, please come on the stage.
Finn, do you want to come? Finn, you can come as well. Is that it? Yeah.
Right, so come on the stage.
みんな前に座るじゃあ逆に。みんな前に座る。一応でもさ、いや、そう。届かないの怖い。なんていうんだっけ、こういう感じで。こちらだけな。
帽子かぶってる方はファッションとしてかぶってるだから OK ですけど、取れるんだったらどうしよ
I know you want to support. Sorry. Golden hair.
してんのって思いました。
どこ見ればいいの？わかんない。連続。
みんなでこれやろう。みんなでこれやろう。
Would you like another shot?
もう一回やってください。みんなこれやって。
うちがうちでもない。
Generation gap. Generation gap.
コールだけ全然違う。
Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And one more time, just for in case. 1, 2,
裏切りの指ハート。
3. Okay.
やばい、時代まで約束してるよ。
All teachers.
All teachers. Yeah, yeah, good, good.
並んでください。ほら、みんな欲しい写真。ほら、みんな欲しい。稲垣先生、真ん中がいいかな。ベビーな、ベビーな。
Yeah, you can do first.
真ん中に、真ん中に。
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
来ないで来ないで。
では、
見たいか。これ見たいかピーポー。
はい、はい、チーズ。はい、チーズ。ティーチャーだけのは1年生多分欲しいと思うので。はいはい。はい。私これブレちゃうから言ってください。
3、2、1、チーズ。
ちょっともう一回。はい。
なんでちっちゃいのしゃがんでる？確かに。多分ないんだよ。
はい、どうぞ言ってください。言って。
適当になんかポンポンしていただいて大丈夫です。
あ、そう。
バンバン。
じゃあ
Like a model, right?
ポーズができたらポンポン押すので何回でも押しますね。
お願いします。
ブレちゃうかもしれない。
それでいこう。最高でいいんじゃない？
I thought you said something.
You guys can hold me up all together.
Thank you.
For first grade, something else. なんかポーズで。Yeah, please express
like
your air.
Have fun in Seattle kind of thing? Yeah.
せーの、1, 2, 3.
Have a great time in Seattle, everybody!
And could you say message to the first grade students? I take video.
Video? Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's
Right.
sorry.
Right now?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well,
first years, you've been a great class, like I said, and best of luck in Seattle. I know you're going to have a great time. So, good luck, everybody. Yeah. Likewise.
I'll miss you. I'll miss you.
Likewise. Right. Okay.
Enjoy Seattle.
Yeah.
And go to Vancouver, my
Have
town
fun.
too. Yeah, go to my if possible.
Yeah.
See you. Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao, ciao. Alrighty.
Okay, thank you very much.
あ、皆さんちょっと一回控え室に戻っていただいて、なんかシュア先生渡すものとあるみたいなので、皆さん一度お戻りください。
Many women today.